USCT, United States Colored Troops. And the white guys were United States soldiers.
There were only about 4,000 blacks serving in the military, mostly assigned to menial logistic jobs. However, on June 25, 1941, due to pressure from the Afro-American associations, President Roosevelt signed the Fair Employment Act, prohibiting racial discrimination in the national defense industry.
The military was still segregated. There were white units and black units. All the upper grade officers were white. The lower grade officers were black.
When I was in the military, the Army was discriminated, or there was discrimination in the Army, segregated really, which is the reason for the 92nd Division.
Because they didn't want that many black soldiers in any one southern city. And then when Fort Huachuca became available, that's a post out in Arizona near the border, nothing around it. So we couldn't contaminate the community by our blackness.
There were hundreds of cases of abuse and racial discrimination inflicted upon the African American soldiers, although they were serving their country. Many of these cases can be found in the book, The Invisible Soldier.
I think there was a relationship that developed between the Italians and the Buffalo Soldiers. Partly because a lot of the Buffalo Soldiers were poor, and a lot of the Italians they met were poor. They were country people. A lot of the Buffalo Soldiers were country people, and they were treated so well by the Italian civilians.
You've spent 3 years in a war, now you gotta come home and get on the back of the bus. I was very upset when I got home and discovered that no black American soldier had received the Medal of Honor for World War II, my war.
With the honors that would be bestowed upon a visiting dignitary, Lieutenant Vernon Baker was welcomed back to Tuscany in a memorable ceremony of friendship amongst the African American population and the Tuscan people. It is a friendship born during the sad and difficult times of World War II, and it is a friendship that was renewed on the dawn of the new millennium.
When victory was complete in World War II, our government made a pledge to correct cases in which medals of honor were deserved but not awarded. Today, America honors that pledge. On behalf of the United States Congress, I award the Medal of Honor, our nation's highest military award, to Vernon Baker. A soldier who receives the Medal of Honor usually needs no further description. But we must remember something else here today. These heroes distinguished themselves in another, almost unique way. In the tradition of African Americans who have fought for our nation as far back as Bunker Hill, they were prepared to sacrifice everything for freedom, even though freedom's fullness was denied to them. Today, America is profoundly